Welcome inside the D-Bark Center. It is the second game of a doubleheader between the Mountaineers and the Royals. Right now it is the male side taking the floor. The Mohawk Mountaineers come into this contest sitting at 3-5 on the season. Meanwhile, the Redeemer Royals, well, they've doubled up their record. They are 6-3 to this point. The last game for both teams before heading into the break. And as you can see by the standings there, Humber leads the way in the OCA West Division with a perfect, spotless 9-0 record. Sheridan at 8-2, Niagara at 7-3, followed by those pesky Royals who have come into the D-Bark looking to end 2018 on a high note. And for the Mountaineers, the youngest squad in the OCA, Brian Jonker in his 14th season, they look to end the break with a win as well, and a little bit of a Christmas gift for those in attendance after having lost their last two games. Redeemer comes in having lost just their last contest they played in. The officials going to be taking you through tonight's action. Tony Turnbull with the call, Martin Bourgeois, and Steve Wilkie. Now, one thing to note for you before this contest is that Brian Jonker was talking to Steve Wilkie about a call made the previous time he had refereed the Mohawk men's team, in which he called an unintentional technical on one of the Mountaineers that forced him to miss a game. So we'll see how he reacts there. And if you don't know who Wilkie is, he is the FAR official in your picture screen. So it's the Mountaineers, it's the Royals, it's here on Emling Sports and Entertainment, and we are underway at the D-Bark. Right away, a three by the Mountaineers is missed, and the Royals have a possession. Kersey's had the rebound, handed it off to Lestraco. Lestraco's got it. Lestraco looking for a teammate. He's not going to get anything. He's going to take that pick, gets bumped on the play. Brown's got it. Kicks it inside, just to the contact, and Spencer Kersey is the 6'10 forward out of Hamilton, Ontario, in his fourth year, has the first basket of the contest. Otong, the sidestep, long rebound secured by the Mountaineers. Foster gets his man in the air. 0 of 3 to start this contest. Otong 0 of 2. So a not good start. Five shots in less than a minute, and the Mountaineers haven't made a single one. Redeemer gets out to a quick 4-0 start. They don't want to, the male Mountaineers do not want to replicate the start of the Lady Mountaineers, who just fell in the last contest. No look pass on the play, converted by Mladjon, courtesy of Terrence Lennox. Kersey's got it. Good battle. Mladjon, skyhook with the left hand, missed, tipped it, almost got it in. Otong with the rebound. Otong behind the back, being pestered by Brown. Dumps it off to Case. Case from Lestraco. Case kicks it out. There you go. Matt Foster with his first basket of the contest. Took him 4 shots, but he made it. 6'4 forward out of Burlington, Notre Dame. And the Mountaineers, courtesy of that 3-ball, have a 1-point lead. So reaching on the play, Vanderpool will head to the line. 6'5" guard out of Hamilton, Ontario, in his third year. Vanderpool on the season coming in averaging just a single 1/10 of a point off 10 points a game, averaging 9.9, shoots 46% from the field, 73% from the line. Also averages 4.5 rebounds a game. Misses both on that trip, comes up empty-handed. Lennox going to try and flip the script the other way. They're going to call a carry there. Nope, it's going to be a foul. So Wilkie with the first call for himself. Lennox is inbound right by the Royals bench. Get it into Case. Case to Foster. To Otong, left wing 3. Long rebound again out to Case. He's making his best case. And Aaron Case is on the board and another 3 ball. So the Mountaineers, after going 0 of 5 to start this contest, draw the charge and have since hit a pair of 3 balls and have taken a 4-point lead, doubling up the Royals 8-4. Talking to Brian Jonker before the game, he said this is going to be a good game in terms of indication of where they sit this year. Said the Royals, a very veteran team in terms of its presence, and looking at the roster, he has a point there. They've got 2 players in their 4th year, 3 to be exact, as well as 4 third-year players in their lineup. The Mountaineers, the youngest squad in the OCAA, coming in again with a 3-5 record, a couple of close losses, including a heartbreaker at the buzzer here early on at D-Bar. But so far so good, 8-4 with just under 2.5 minutes played here in the first quarter. Foster finds Case. Case to Foster. That's the deep 3. Matt Foster from the land beyond, and the Mountaineers already double digits 3 minutes in. Trying to respond are the Royals. They can't. Otong looking to extend it, much to the ooh and ahs of the D-Bark faithful. We're filled here on your Tuesday evening. Foster, after the errant pass, comes up with it. 2-on-2. Otong is going to pull up. Deep 3. In and out. Vanderpool with the rebound. Ends up in the hands of Runhadwa. Skips it across the pond. Brown's got it. Dump off. Again, adjusting to the contact was Kersey's, couldn't convert. Lennox. It's Runhadwa. To Mlajon. No look pass to Foster. Can he make it back to back? Off the front rim. Brown. Match up with Otong behind the back with that right hand. Over to Runhadwa. And not finding his footing and realizing where he was stepping. Vanderpool steps out of line, out of bounds, and that is a turnover and a substitution. The first of the game for Jamie Gurlamedo. Gurlamedo in his 7th year as the head coach of Redeemer. Osaka's in the game. Brown has it, trails. Deep 3, missed on the play by Green. Foster has it. Case has the ball. Here's the call out from Brian Jonker. To Masuka. Otong. Not a good looking shot for Emmanuel Otong. 3-on-2 the other way. Trying to find a bounce pass. Foster ends up with it. It's a couple times he's done that now. Case, step back 3 left wing. Got it! Aaron Case with a pair of tray balls. The lead double digits. Quite the opposite start for the male Mountaineers. A turnover. Otong's got it. Emmanuel Otong! Timeout on the floor. Emmanuel Otong says so long to the Royals defense. And a quick timeout called on the floor by Jamie Gurlamedo. Brian Jonker and his squad, well, for being the youngest squad in the league, facing a savvy veteran squad, they've done quite a good job so far. Already a 12-point lead, and they lead 16-14. Matt Foster with a couple of key steals, a couple of tray balls, alongside Aaron Case and Emmanuel Otong, and the offense is clicking right now for the Mountaineers. For the Royals, who come into this contest at 6-3, a bit of a head scratcher of a start, to say the least, especially with that veteran presence we've talked about. But for Brian Jonker, his squad talked about this being a measuring game. Well, they're measuring up so far. Just over 5 minutes left here in the first quarter. The Male Mountaineers put it on a show here early on at the D-Bark. In OCAA men's basketball action on your Tuesday evening. Greg Campbell bringing you through the play-by-play. M-Link Sports and Entertainment providing you with the sights and the sounds here on the Fennel West campus. The last home game, and quite frankly, the last game of the 2018 year for both sides, and at least in regular season play. Suka, nice little crossover to Otong. Otong, oh my goodness, off the front rim. If he got that, his place would have been off its feet. 4-on-2 the other way, nice no-look pass underneath. Green to Fasil Poor with the convert. Foster, we make it 3. Right into the hands of Mlajan, unfortunately off his knee. So Armin Fazil Lapore with the last deep 3 ball, the first year forward, 6'3" out of Richmond Hill, Ontario. The Royals try to cut this to single deficit. Beating the press will help it, as does that convert. Kersey's again going right at the body of Mlajan, not afraid. Will he return the favor? He does, and he converts. Little battle of the big men here at the D-Bark. Put your big boy pants on right now. We've got a game. A physical game to say the least, and an offensive foul, as I mentioned, that physical play by Woods Brown, a first-year guard out of Stony Creek, Ontario. Substitution coming. Justin Lenters, the 6'5" guard out of Hamilton, Ontario, in his 4th year, is going to check in. And just a side note, maybe this is me just rambling. Woods and Brown, those sound like 2 last names. Now, I know that's his first name, but you don't see that very often. So I'm not sure what the issue is on the sideline right now. When I figure that one out, I will let you know. But what I can let you know, and that you should know if you're paying attention to the scoreline, is that the Mountaineers are winning big here early on. A 10-point lead after the ladies trailed by 16-10 the first quarter and were never able to come back. Completely different script here so far for the men's game. Well, that's one way to hear it from the home faithful. Free possession for the Mountaineers. Christmas came a little early for Brian Jonker and his squad on that play. Mlajan looks like he was trying to bail for a bump, doesn't get it. So no harm, no foul. And because that didn't touch anyone's hand on that inbounds pass, this is a technicality, me being a referee, I can tell you this, that because the inbounds pass was not touched, well, the new inbounds goes back to the point where the ball was last inbounded. Ranawa gets by Otong, kicks it to the corner. Pocket left 3, way too far into the hands of Masuka. Otong, high shot with Ranawa. Over him, and in! Otong with a pair of 3s. And a turnover by the Royals. Behind the back, oh, getting fancy here. Over to Foster, touch pass inside, Case gets his man up in there and up and under. My goodness, what a first quarter we are seeing for the Mohawk Mountaineers. I would argue the best we've seen to date. Pull-up jumper on the left wing, shot missed, front rim. Case fighting for the rebound. Fazila pour in on it as well. Possession arrow favors the Royals. 3 substitutions coming on. Elijah Lestraco, second-year guard at Oakville, Ontario, is going to check in. Kersey's is going to check back into the game. And Caleb Grant, the 6-foot guard, third year out of Waterloo, Ontario. Fazil Lepore, he's got it. Over the hands of Richards on that play. Pretty little crossover basket. So it was intended for Lajon. 2 on 3 the other way. Check it behind and get that out of here. Kujo Masuka. Masuka with the big block. Again, a little body going. Look at Kujo Masuka trailing on the play. Get that out of here. Jack Armstrong would be proud. Pocket left corner 3, in and out. Ball fumbled around into the hands of Masuka. Kujo crosses half court. Otong, oh my goodness, Steph Curry with the, oh! My goodness! I don't know if this is NBA 2K18 or if this is OCA men's basketball action going on. There is an energy in this building I haven't heard in a long time. Otong playing a video game right now against the Royals with the range. Oh! My goodness! I cannot believe what I'm seeing. Look at the crowd here. Emmanuel Otong throws it off the backboard intentionally and puts it back in. You see that in dunk contests, folks, not at a regular season game. Building is still buzzing after that. Otong trotting along like it's just a casual Sunday. Goodness. What does he have next in store? Well, Caleb Grant wants to put a stop to that. So Otong with a flurry of 3 balls, a putback self pass off of the backboard. What can you do to defend this guy? They try to go backdoor on the dunk. He's going to get fouled. And a good drawn up play off the sideline. Emmanuel Otong will head to the line. Woo! I'm out of breath there for those last couple of minutes. This kid is putting on a show, averaging 23.5 points per game, shoots 72% from the line, 43% from the field, and averages 9 rebounds a game. Talking to Jamie Garlamedo before the game, he said stopping the 6'6" Cambridge forward is all part of the plan if they want to win this game. Well, he's put on a one-man show here in this first quarter. The Mountaineers, their biggest lead of the season, I would think, at home at 18 at this point. Half glass again, coast to coast, pushing the pace. Terrence Lennox, he'll head to the charity stripe for the first time tonight. This is as complete an effort as I've seen from the Mountaineers in a long, long time. Otong's going to get a much-deserved break, as is Masuka. Checking into the game, Ricky Morrison, and Case is back in. Lennox, the team's 4th leading scorer, averaging 12 points a game. Shooting 57% from the line, 46% from the field, averages 3.7 rebounds and 2.6 assists a game. Mohawk, 20-point lead, 31 in the first quarter. Are they going to hit triple digits at this point is my question. A partial block by Mlajon on the play. Contested Brown shot off Mlajon's hands last. 14 on the shot clock. Onadwa looking for someone. He's gonna find Brown. Instead, it ends up in the hands of Morrison. Case tried to throw one up to no avail. Knew that Kersey's was coming against him. Foul on the other side. Vanderpool going up against Mlajon. That's one thing we've seen so far to this point if you're the Redeemer Royals, is that they're not afraid to go into the paint right now against Milos Mlajon. We've seen it with Vanderpool. We've seen it with Spencer Kersey's. Both Hamilton products, third and fourth year respectively. But they're not afraid to put a body and create that contact. And quite frankly, in that situation, offensive players rarely going to get called if they're both up in the air. It'll usually go against the defender. Vanderpool starts the bleeding momentarily. Lennox a little too excited off that one, off his knee. Randawa with the defense on that one. He's going to inbound the ball to Brown. Gerlamedo calling out 2 for 1. Expect a shot coming up very shortly in this possession. Just a size difference on that one. Kersey's way taller than Case on the play and easily makes that jumper. Aaron Case, shot clock turned off. Brian Junker calling high. Morrison ends up with it. Hounded by Brown. Brown with the strip, Morrison with the hustle. Off glass, shot miss, Case got it. He's going to contest it and keep it there. Aaron Case telling his teammates as they have the court, keep your heads up right now, keep your heads in this. Don't falter. For the best first quarter we've seen here at the D-Bark, a 17-point lead. See at the defensive end, so Aaron Case with the ridiculous step back 3 on that play. And the successful so far for the Royals has been underneath. Otong, classic so long with the dunk. Milos Mlajon creates some contact again. They're finding shots on the inside, they're finding shots on the outside, and no, nothing can go wrong if you're Brian Jonker for that first quarter. Then just Emmanuel Otong, what a performance in that first quarter. Again, 3-ball after 3-ball. Case has been chipping in all evening. And defensively, they've been getting done as well. Look at the range on that 3. You can't defend that. Do you know how far that stretches the defense? And then put it back in there. Throws it right into the breadbasket for himself. Emmanuel Otong with potentially the play of the year so far here at the D-Bark. Now, if you were to ask him, he probably wanted that higher off glass instead of that rolling outside the rim on that play. Would have looked much prettier, but hey, you know what? You take it where you can get it. And the measuring stick so far, well, the Mountaineers are on the right side of it. A 17-point lead, their highest scoring first quarter that we've seen to this point, 31 points in the first quarter alone. Their defense is getting it done too. This isn't a track meet where it's just points, points, points. They've been getting it done on both ends of the court. Leading scores after one. No surprise, Emmanuel Otong, 11 points, 4 of 10 though from the field. That is a lot of shots and 4 rebounds. Aaron Case has 8 points. Matt Foster with a pair of trays early on, even though he's 2 of 6 from the field, has 6 points. And on the other side for the Royals, right now it's Armin Fazalapour, who has a team lead, second team on the team in scoring with 5 points, and Kersey's with 6. So a technical at the end of the first quarter there in between the whistles, hence why you see the free throw happening there to begin the second quarter. Well, what a contest we have on MLink Sports and Entertainment on your Tuesday evening. Greg Campbell bringing you through the play-by-play action in this OCAA Men's West Division basketball matchup between the Royals and the Mountaineers. Late Mountaineers fell earlier. The Royals right now trying to continue that trend as getting off to a good start is Spencer Kersey's. The Lady Royals took down the Lady Mountaineers, but is Mohawk right now that still leads by 16. Tom thought about it, tried to get out to Foster, a little miscommunication, and a better start to the second quarter. We saw this in the first quarter as well. Redeemer controlled about the first 3 minutes of play. Very slow, very methodical, not a lot of transition. And then it was the run and go show of the Mountaineers. Ranawa with the deep three. Lennox up and under, almost had it go. Grant had it, skipped it over to Vanderpool. Vanderpool kicks it to the corner. Fake pass, pocket left three, missed on the play by Green. Case looking at Otong. Junker calling out a play instead. They're going to try and set up Otong. Five on the shot clock. Case spins into the lane, dumps it. Otong's got to get a shot off. Has no choice but to force a prayer, and it's in. Can't draw that one up, folks. 11 points in the first quarter. They pair her early on. Rundawa. Calling off Green to go to the other side. Deep left wing three. High point and rebound made up by Vanderpool. Second chance, tipped around again. Foster's gonna end up with it. Case is gonna push the pace. Green's got it, matched up with Foster. Kicks it back out, touch pass inside. Vanderpool off glass with the left hand and in. 13-point lead now for the Mountaineers. Matt Foster puts that right back up to 16. His third three ball of the contest. Rundawa. Ends up in the hands of Vanderpool, in and out. Lennox looking for Otong up court, slows it down against Rundawa. Case. Great contact, high off glass, rebound, and play by Kersey's. Skip it to Vanderpool. To Kersey's. Thought about pulling out, gives it to Renewal. He gets Morrison in the air. Behind the back, oh, that was a cheeky idea. Lennox gives it out to Morrison. Looks like he's going to get called for the travel. Hustle on the floor, ends up for the Royals. And apparently my water bottle has been drank by some of the Royals at this point. Didn't know my Gatorade bottle was part of their team, but you gotta get something in. And yeah, I'm looking at Woods Brown right now. He was the one that did it. So a buzz here and a good crowd here at the D-Bark on your Tuesday evening as the Mountaineers trying to end 2018 on a high note and finish 4 and 5 in the first half of action. Royals 6 and 3 coming into today's contest. It's going to be off the hand of a Mountaineer last. Brown is going to inbound with 8 on the shot clock. To hands to Mlajan, to Otong, to Mlajan. That's how you convert a 2-on-1. High flying theatrics here at the D-Bark. Mountaineers hitting a point of elevation here in the first half we haven't seen all year. Matt Foster cannot add to that, but Mlajan with the rebound. Back out to Basuka. Basuka with the three, short. Case with the rebound. 4 on the shot clock because the air ball doesn't reset. Aaron Case, step back three, front rim. Mladjan with the rebound, up and in! Royals got to do something to stop the noise here at the D-Bar. Vasil Lepore almost turned it over. Deep. Woo! Three, Nick. Green is money. Case into the lane. Gives it to Mladjan. Back to Case. Give and go. Hot potato. Foster ends up with it. Gets his man moving. Now Foster, trying to scale the mountain. Blocked on the play by Vasil Lepore. Deep three again. Green off the front rim. And Foster had his head up, was looking for Kajo Masuka, and a turnover. A timeout called on the floor by Brian Jonker. Milos Mladjan, 2-on-1, was thinking about the lob and the finish. Again, Otong gets his defender committing on that 2-on-1, just long enough that Milos has enough space and just inside the free throw line, extends and crams it in. Speaking of cramming in, I know a lot of Mohawk students are about to have exams coming up in the next 2 weeks, and people are cramming the building here right now, and why not? We have some high-flying theatrics here at the D-Bar on your Tuesday evening, courtesy of Emling Sports and Entertainment. The Redeemer Royals, as you can see, they're 6-3 at this point. They've come off a loss in their last contest, and they'd like nothing more than to spoil the Mountaineers' last home game of 2018. But Brian Jonker and his squad have different ideas. Now, from a scoring perspective, a little bit of a slower second quarter, to say the least. Mountaineers are tied at 10 apiece if you want to look at the scoring right now in terms of the second quarter, after putting up 31 in that first quarter alone. So Rundawa is going to inbound against Foster. They're trying to set up Adam Pavlik. Deep three is going to be taken by Kersey's, and that's nothing but net. So the fourth-year forward out of Hamilton, Ontario, feels like home. I'm sure he's played here a couple times. Kudjoe looking for Otong. Sweep it over to Foster. Back to Kudjoe. 2-on-1 fadeaway off that right foot. It's the front side. Otong's going to get called for the push on the floor. Morton Bourgeois with the call. Having refed with him in the past, I think Otong should know that he's not going to really listen to much of his commentary. Green takes the screen from Kersey's. Rolls off it as Kersey's trying to set our screen. Into the paint for Pavlik. Dump under to Kersey's. Gets Mladjan up in the air, as he does with Otong. And Kersey's with a 5-0 run of his own. And the lead is cut down. 12-point lead right now for the Mountaineers. A push-off. And the Royals starting to seize a little momentum here with 4 left in this first half. Green staring down the feet of Foster. He's going to try and look for that screen. Kersey slipped. Kicks it back out. Ends up in the hands of Kersey on the left wing. Otong with the rebound. Through the legs, behind the back. Crossover. Emmanuel Otong creates a contact. Off one leg, shot missed. Kersey's high points the rebound over Mladjan. Green against Foster. No look bounce pass inside. Pavlik kicks it out. Rundawa. Masuka reaching. Back to Green. Calling for a screen. Pull up three. Ooh! Money straightaway three. Nick Green creating a scene here at the D-Bar as the Royals only trail by 9. Bradshaw gets inside position on Kersey's. We're going to get a delay of game call against the Mountaineers. So next time that gets called, it's going to be a straight technical on the Mountaineers. Aaron Case calling out Nick Green. Pull up three, Green, shot missed. Otong rebound to Cudjoe. Cudjoe skips it across the pond. Matt Foster, shot missed. Green, bounce pass, Rundawa. Trying to find Pavlik off his foot, saves the ball. Kersey's gets Milos moving, looked for the call, doesn't get it. Case, no crossover, sizes up. Rundawa, too strong, too fast. Back up to double digits, 13-point lead, 45-32. Foul on the floor before the shot. It's going to cue a substitution from Jamie Gerlamedo. Armin Fazil-Lapore is going to check in, as is Vanderpool. Kersey's checks out. So Pavlik seeing significant time here in the second quarter. Randawa tried to bounce pass in to Pavlik, and we're going to get a travel on the floor. Pavlik's sister, Julia, 13 points, 5 rebounds in the Lady Royals win over the Mountaineers earlier on this evening. But the male Mountaineers right now taking charge. Otong against 3 is going to get the foul called. Fazil-Lapore tried to strip the ball. Emmanuel Otong says not so fast. Otong doing exactly what Gerlamedo didn't want him to do, and that is take control of this game. 23 points he's averaging on the year, a team high 11 after that first quarter. 72% free throw shooter misses both on that one. Kersey's created contact. Rondawa with the 3, missed. Case tried to football pass it. Kersey's with the interception. Rondawa to Pavlik. To Rundawa. To Kersey's. Actually, that's with Cudjoe. Fazil-Lapore. Ball tipped by Cudjoe, ends up in the hands of Case, who tried saving it there. Good effort by Cudjoe Masuka. Great job defensively. A timeout again on the floor. This time, it's Jamie Gerlamedo with the call. His 7th year at Redeemer. His team coming into this contest 6-3. That is good for 4th in the OCAA West Division. Meanwhile, Mohawk on the outside looking in from the playoff standpoint with a 3-5 record. And after being outscored 31-14 in that first quarter, while they've put up 18 points themselves in the second quarter, have the Royals outscoring the Mountaineers by 5. By 4. Mark that correction. So the buzz in this building still hasn't died down. We've seen kind of like, not a street game performance, but again, the freedom right now that Mohawk is playing with, we haven't seen in quite some time. And maybe it's a combination of things. One, this team is motivated. It's the last game of 2018 on home court for the OCAA regular season. And maybe, too, that's the perks and sometimes innocence and frustration of being the youngest team in the OCAA. When you're in first year, you want to play within your style. You don't want to overload players with too much information, too many tactical changes. You don't want to overhaul their style of play to too much of a degree. Kersey's deep three. Almost got his own rebound, ends up in the hand of a Royal anyways. Tried to dump it in. Vanderpool was for Kersey's. Hustle on the floor. Suka's got it, but the possession arrow favors the Royals. Rundawa is going to inbound it right by the Mohawk bench. Kersey's the team lead scorer at almost 17 points per game. Kind of quiet here in the second quarter to this point. Turnover by Fazil Laporte. So full court press coming out right now for the Royals. Under a minute left here at the D-Bar in the first half. Foster matched up with Fazil Laporte. Takes a screen from Case. Case will take the screen from Masuka. Bounce past the corner, too strong, and past the hands of Matt Foster. Was trying to set up. Case was going to the far side, draw the attention of the defense away, and Foster slipped to that back left corner. Unfortunately, just a little too strong. Vanderpool to Kersey's, and that's the connection that's worked this evening. Of Venezuela, I haven't heard that yet. It's going to be a reach-in. Brenda Watt called. Jamie Gerlameno is trying to get a call on that one. See the rationale behind that foul. Casey's getting backed out. Takes a screen from Otong. Bounce pass underneath. Shot missed. 12 on the game clock. Last possession. Green's got it. Rundawa to Vanderpool. To Kersey's last shot of the half. We're going to get a foul just before the buzzer. As Kersey's was going up in the air, the follow through by Kajo Masuka as he was coming to the floor hits Kersey's, and he'll head to the line to end the half. Again, a 69% free throw shooter. And quite frankly, unless there's a miss and a tip-in on this point, or a tip-in on a full court pass, which I don't think will happen, this will be the last shot of the half. They went for the tip. Curious move at the end of the half there. The Royals, Spencer Kersey's intentionally misses the free throw to go for the tip-in for a 2-point opportunity. But to no avail, and the Mountaineers escape the half with a 10-point lead after leading by 17 after 1. Foster with the deep three. Foster got blocked on that one by Fazil Lapoule. And then Otong to Majon, and that is all we saw. And so far it's been the hustle of the Mountaineers on both sides that has them this lead to this point. And we'll see if Brian Jonker and his squad can continue that effort defensively and offensively in the second half. After the first half, it's 45-35 for the Mountaineers over the Royals. We're back live for third quarter action here at the D-Bark. 8 kilometers separates these city rivals. 10 points separates them on the scoreboard. Entering the third quarter, the Mountaineers with a 10-point lead. Deep three by Green to begin the third quarter. Cudgell's got it. The Case back to Masuka. Off the top of the backboard. That'll be out of bounds. The Royals will get possession. So the Mountaineers, after scoring 31 in the first quarter, only put up 14 in that second quarter. And kind of the reverse is true for the Royals. 14 points in that first quarter, 21 in the second. Lajon has a rebound off the missed shot by Vanderpool. Leading scorers right now for both sides. Mountaineers have 3 in double digits. Emmanuel Otong, 13 points, 7 rebounds. Aaron Case, 11 points, 4 rebounds. Milos Mlajon, 10 points, 6 rebounds. For the Royals, Spencer Kersey is doing the heavy lifting so far. 16 points, 7 rebounds. Next closest scorer, Nick Green with 6 points off a pair of deep threes. And Armin Fazalipour, as is Vanderpool, with 5 apiece. And a nice run to begin this third quarter by the Royals. They've cut the gap to 5 after a 5-0 run. Milos checks his feet, hits the front side of the rim. Green. Almost lost a handle. Kersey's. To Mastracco. Mastracco into the lane. Milos with the partial block. Cleaned up by Kersey's. 7-0 run out the gate for the Royals. Mountaineers trying to respond. Foster's going to pull up, kicks it back out. Ball swung to Case. Case into lane, creates contact. That's going to be a charge. The fourth-year Hamilton forward in Kersey's takes the contact, absorbs the blow, and makes the defensive stand. And a quick 7-0 run here by the Royals. As this building quiet after they went in a frenzy off a first quarter showing from Milos Mlajon and Emmanuel Tong and Aaron Case. Make that 9-0 run. The Mountaineers, after 31 points in that first quarter, 14 in that second quarter, a slow start to the third. Brian Jonker and his young team can't lose confidence. Or is it a matter of they were too confident? Did they let their foot off the pedal? We've got just over 17 minutes to find out what the end to this story will be. Green, spot up 3 off the rim. Rebound Royals. Ball tipped around, Foster's got it. Large contingent of Royal faithful here for this game. Otong, so long! That starts the bleeding right there. 2:45 in, Mountaineers get their first basket of the third. 9-0 run by the Royals to begin this third quarter. Lead only 4 for the Mountaineers. Brown had to adjust the shot off Mlajon, 2-on-2 the other way. Case fakes a pass, gets Green biting, and Case puts it to rest. Green dictating traffic. Calling for a screen from Kersey's. Milos trying to fight it off. Instead against Foster. Slip into the lane. Tried to look for the bounce pass. Brown on the floor, gets it over to another Royal. One on the shot clock. Shot up and under and good. Vanderpool, the pretty reverse. The lead is 4. Step back 3. Cudgel off the front rim. Ostracco. And 1! Elijah Lostracco will head to the line for 1. Just before that shot, head coach Jamie Gerlamedo screaming, "It's coming," and well have they ever. The Royals being down by 10 to begin this third quarter in almost 4 minutes of action have already put up 13 points and are on a 13-4 run after outscoring the Mountaineers 9-0 in the first 3 minutes of this third quarter. Lestracco, the second-year guard out of Oakville, will head to the line to make it a classic three-point play. Team's second league score at 14 points per game, shoots 84% from the line. That is why 43% from the field. And 4.1 assists a game, and we've got a brand new game here at the D-Bark. OCA men's basketball action on your Tuesday evening backdoor basket missed by Case. Being brought to you by M-Link Sports and Entertainment. Greg Campbell bringing you through the play-by-play action. Lady Mountaineers fell in the first contest. Male Mountaineers tried to reverse that trend in the second game. Richards to Otong. Otong pull-up jumper over Green. Too strong. Ball fumbled around. Royals have it. Royals pushing it the other way. Brown sidesteps a man, tried to kick it out to Green. We're going to get a foul on the floor. Tony Turnbull with the call there. It's going to be a hold. That one going against Case. 17 on the shot clock for the Royals. 1 point game. Totally different script and feel to this building than we had in the first half, and particularly the first quarter. And they finally take their lead since early on, about a minute into the contest. 2 minutes was when the last time they held a lead. The Royals have come back, and now they sport a 1 point lead and are looking for more. Pull up three, Lestracco. .14 swing here in the third quarter. Royals shocking the Mountaineers. Brian Jonker's squad had a 10-point lead heading into the half. It's now at 2. They are trailing. Pair substitutions coming up for Gillard Meadow. Richards is going to push the pace to Lennox. Lennox sidesteps. He's going to miss. A follow-up by Richards, and we're not at 54 apiece. This reminded me a lot of the Fanshawe game, the way this one's going back and forth, folks. Could we be down to a textbook finish? Well, you're going to have to stay tuned and watch out. We've got 14 minutes to go in this contest. Lennox doesn't want to get to that. He goes high off glass. Brown. To Green. To Lestracco. Vanderpool. Brown's got it. Case tried to strip it. Back to Vanderpool. Over Case is short. Otong. Eyes up court. Case. Steps into the lane, trying to look for the backside. Ends up in the hands of Foster. Across the pond. Lennox gets Green moving, sidesteps. Lestracco just short. Fazil Lapour has it. Brown pushes the pace. Nice scoop shot. Foster Brown. And Fazil Lapour almost with the strip on the play. And the noise has switched. It's the Mohawk faithful applauding and getting loud in the first half. They've been relatively quiet here in the third quarter. And it's the Royal faithful. About 10 minutes from the road, down the road, 8 minutes to be exact. With their vuvuzelas and all. Haven't seen that out of a basketball game before, but hey, you gotta use it for something other than the World Cup, right? Well, we've got a knotted game at 56 apiece after being down by 10. Can the Mountaineers find their groove again? They had 31 in the first quarter, and they've only had 25 since. Brown. The Kersey's. Rundawa. Ball ends up in the paint. Brown tipping Kersey's. Kersey's, who had the brunt of the scoring. Let's see what the call is on the floor. Kersey's, who did the brunt of the scoring in the first half for the Royals, 16 points, 7 rebounds. Well, he's getting a lot of help from different teammates at this point. It's scoring by committee. Jamie Gerlametto said before the game, that's how they win games. They score by committee. And they have to continue to do that. They have 4 guys in their lineup averaging almost 13 points a game or more. Leek Richards. 1 on the shot clock. Mlajon, deep 3, way short. They want a foul on the back box out on Lennox. They're gonna get it. Martin Bourgeois is with the call. Getting a little confrontational, a little heated here between the two sides. Tony Turnbull talking to Woods Brown. They seem to be on the same page. Lennox to Richards. Matched up with Brown. Try to find Mlajon into the hands of Kersey's to Brown. So Fazil Laporte through his outstretched hands, and Ricky Morrison's going to get a chance to inbound the ball. Got a soft full court press going on right now. Nice to Mlajon. Will he body up Kersey's? He does. Try to find Richards streaking to the middle of the lane, and it's a 4-on-1 the other way. Brown with the reverse and in. What a third quarter by the Redeemer Royals. Down by 10, up by 4 now. Kersey's high points to rebound. Rundawa. Thought about taking the shot, crosses over, pull-up jumper over Mlajon. Shot missed. Kersey's went flying in and almost ended up with it. Pair of substitutions coming for the Royals. Ostracco is back in the game, as does Caleb Grant. Third-year forward out of Waterloo, Ontario, sitting at 6 feet. So fresh clock for the Royals. The Mountaineers, 31 points in the first quarter and almost in 2 full quarters since, only 25 points. Brian Jonker trying to ask Martin Bourgeois why they got the ball. He doesn't get his answer. He writes to stand up, maybe he will. Brown with the rebound. Behind the back pass to Bourgeois. My apologies on that one, Kersey's. Ostracco off the front rim. Ooh, through the legs, bounce pass. That was nifty. And Lennox and one the other way. Terrence Lennox goes coast to coast. The 6'3" guard out of Hamilton, Ontario. Completes the 3-point play. Pocket, left corner 3, off the front, back side of the rim. Side of the rim, technically. Ostracco came with it, got guys up in the air. Brown too strong. Masuka, Otong, too strong. No defense for the Mountaineers. They bailed and they sold out on the steal, and Kersey's converts. Otong's going to try and create a one-man show the other way. It's going to be a block on Brown. So Emmanuel Otong will head back to the line. Averaging, again, 23 points a game, 72% from the line, 43% from the field. Jamie Meadow talking it over with the officials, asking Tony Turnbull, claiming that instead Otong heads to the line for two. All three officials in this contest, Turnbull, Bourgeois, Wilkie, not having it for the players or the coaches for that matter anytime they have a plea. 1 point lead. Lajon tried to slap it off the backboard. Instead, it goes up and in for Caleb Grant. Breakneck pace. Otong in and out. Lajon with the tip, and it's going to be an offensive foul on Milos Mlajon, pushing Spencer Kersey's. A substitution coming. Nick Green back into the game. Caleb Grant, who had the last basket, is out. Last shot coming up for the Royals. They've had what you would call a smart, veteran-led third quarter that knows how to respond to adversity, and Rondwa converts. We're going to put time back on the game clock here. So they call it actually the end of the quarter. And a warning against the Royals on delay of game to end that third quarter. So each team has a delay of game warning. Either side gets called for it again. It shall be a technical. But a third quarter to say the least. How about that for the Redeemer Royals, who look to be run out of the building after that first quarter, in which the Mountaineers outscored them 31-14. Well, that third quarter, quite the different story. The Royals, 31 points in that third quarter. The Mountaineers, 16. So a tale of reverse fortune for both sides. And quite frankly, it's been the veteran leadership of the Royals. They have weathered the storm. They started to chip away at the lead, the hustle, the physicality. We've seen it on both sides. But the key thing is for Brown and company, and for Caleb Grant, who converts on that last layup we saw. They've put Brian Jonker's team in a bit of an all too familiar bubble at this point, which is playing from behind. But for Jamie Gerlamedo, that's what you want from your team that's 6-3 coming into this contest. Again, you weathered the storm, a 17-point lead for the Mountaineers. Hey, guess what? They've got a 5-point lead heading into the fourth quarter. Leading scorers, Kersey's double-double on the evening, 25 points, 12 rebounds. Vanderpool, 11 points, 8 rebounds, and third on the team in scoring is Lestraco, who had a pair of deep threes. He's got 8 points to this point in the contest. On the other side, 3 Mountaineers in double figures. Emmanuel Otong, 21 points, only 3 of 11 though from beyond the arc. He's got 10 rebounds. He's in on the double-double club. Milos Mlajon, 10 points, 7 rebounds. Aaron Case, 13 points and 4 rebounds. And Matt Foster added a tray, so he's up to 9 on the contest and 4 rebounds. One guy of note that hasn't found the back of the net yet, it's taken not a lot of shots, but a couple of shots. Kunjo Masuka, 0 of 6 from the field, but 7 rebounds and 3 assists. We'll see if he can get it going here in the fourth quarter, and he's played almost 20 minutes of action to this point. The Mountaineers in a familiar position, trailing heading into the fourth. After leading by 17 after 1. That's a quick 2 right away for the Royals. Vanderpool with the convert. Otong with the Euro step sideways. Can't get it to go. Coast to coast, that defense is toast. Lestraco goes both ways, converts, and we got the worst case scenario, no pun intended. Aaron's going to be attended to by the training staff. Hobbling off on that right foot. Looks like he rolled something maybe on his left ankle. See if our sideline guys can get anything down there, but it looks like the ankle from what I'm seeing right now. Or it might be the hamstring that's tightening up based on the way they're flexing and stretching that left leg. We'll find out after. Unintended bounce pass through the legs, ends up in the hands of Masuka over to Richards. Richards creates a body, back to Otong. Otong gets 3. Shot is missed. A football outlet pass to Vanderpool from Green. That was mean. Lennox tried to create the miracle on the other end. Otong gets blocked. Kersey's with the push through at the end there. You know, Otong's going to get up. A little worse for wear. Seems okay. Mountaineers 3-5 coming into this contest. The Royals 6-3. Both sides looking to end 2018 regular season on a high note. A win for Redeemer would pull them into a tie for third with Niagara in the OCAA West standings, and a win by Mohawk would bring them level with St. Clair and one step closer to the playoffs. And they have a game in hand on Lambton, Niagara, and Sheridan at this point in the standings. So there is time to make up those losses. Nice block by Richards and Masuka on the play. Aaron Case heading back to the bench. He looks okay. It's 9-point lead for Redeemer. They're trailing by 10 at the half. Looking for Vanderpool underneath was Lestracco. Lestracco is going to have it again. 15 on the shot clock. Finally, plays resumed after a confrontation whether the score was right. That one I haven't heard in a while. Lestracco's got it. Foster tried to reach, goes out the left hand, ends up in his hand. No look pass, adjusted contact. Kersey's. Lennox finds Richards, backdoor in the reverse. Oh, that's blocked. Kersey's trying to throw it off Richards out of bounds. Kersey's ends up with it. Behind the back and a trip on the play by Emmanuel Otong. Elijah Lestracco being nifty and crafty with the behind the back handle. He's going to get replaced by Ronhandwa. 5'9" guard, third year out of Hamilton. So 8:22 left in the contest. Mountaineers trailing by their biggest deficit of this contest. Green's going to take the screen. Kersey's going to slip. Almost stripped. Ended up in the hand of the Mountaineers. 3-1 the other way. Cudjoe looking for his first basket. He'll head to the line. Still looking for that first point. Cudjoe Masuka heads to the line. The team's second leading scorer held pointless to this point in the contest, averaging 15.6 points per game. .56% free throw shooter. In his previous game, collected 20 points and 11 rebounds. Rundawa pushing pace to Green, against Foster, to Kersey's, matched up with Masuka. To Vanderpool, bodies up Otong. It's too strong. Daniel Otong, after a sensational first quarter, had a pair of deep threes and a self-pass off the backboard for a dunk. Has been quiet since. 10 points with 7 of 18 coming into the fourth quarter. Ball swung around the horn. Rundawa dumps into the paint. Brown, spin move. That's high and off glass. Royals doing it all here in the third and fourth quarter. Veteran team showing its veteran savviness. They've weathered a storm. They've created their own tornado. Question is, do the Mountaineers have a response? We've got 7 minutes to figure it out. Otong is going to go reverse layup, try to adjust to Kersey's to no avail. 3-on-3 the other way. Brown stutters, kicks it out. Pocula, 3 short. Foster. Stretch outlet to Lennox. Looking for Otong, calls his own number. Brown tried stripping it. He's going to get called for the foul. Pair of substitutions coming up for Redeemer, 3 to be exact, and a timeout coming from Brian Jonker. So Mark Bourgeois with the timeout call on the floor. 6:51 left. The Mountaineers, biggest deficit, 13-point lead for the Royals. They lead 78-65. Brian Jonker's squad 31 points in that first quarter. I know I keep reiterating it, but maybe they went too fast out of the gate, some may believe at this point. They're playing fluid, they're playing loose. The hustle was on both ends. And since then, to begin this second half in the third quarter, and particularly the third quarter as well as this fourth quarter to this point, well, the defense of the Royals has stiffened up, to say the least. And they're getting it scoring by committee, just like Jamie Gurlametto talked about to be pregame. Kersey's has been doing the heavy lifting, but Rundawa has gone in on the action. Lestracco, Fazil Lepore had a good first half. They're getting scoring. Vanderpool, they're getting scoring by committee. And this veteran team showing why they're 6-3 at this point. I'm not sure you guys could see, but coming out of that timeout, Aaron Case gave a look to the scoreboard, kind of in a sheepish disbelief of what's been going on. 17-point lead evaporated into a 13-point deficit. Otong, that'll help. Time to lock in if you're the Mountaineers. Holidays just around the corner for both teams. The last regular season game of 2018. Vanderpool too strong that time for Lennox in a pretty spin move. Richards to Lennox. Otong was looking for it in the paint. Lennox misread that one. Lestracco stripped by Lennox. It's going to be off Lennox last. Turnbull is going to head it off to Lestracco. Lestracco ends up with it to Green. And Brown. Tried no look to Fazil Lepore off the foot of Otong, and they'll have 5 seconds to get a shot off. Kersey's sprinting to the half-court line to get a substitution for Vanderpool. Milos Mlajan, we haven't seen a lot of him lately. He's going to get back into the contest as well. Mountaineers got to cut this to single digits fairly soon. Kersey's again just pinpoints and high grabs that pass between Otong and another defender. And he's been a one-man wrecking force for the Royals. Milos is going to take the three. Lepore had it. Wasn't looking where he was passing. Milos going to create contact. Again, thought too much about the contact and not about the shot. Green, short. Kersey's follow-up missed. A fortunate break for the Mountaineers. Pavlik's going to check back into the game. He's 6'4" forward out of Grimsby, Ontario in his first year, taking out Fazil Lepore. Point lead. Milos tries to erase that with one swift block. A foul on the floor. Stracco in the unfortunate position of that one. He's going to get substituted off. So Rundawa is going to check back in, as is Foster Brown, third-year guard out of Stony Creek. Case matched up with Rundawa. Takes a screen. Now matched up with Pavlik. So Otong. Faked about, thought about something. Faked the pass. Got the foul call right at the free throw line. Pavlik called on that one. Mohawk trying to get to one game under 500, and the bonus now in effect for the Mountaineers. The team's leading scorer, had 21 points, 10 rebounds through 3. Both teams even in turnovers coming into this fourth quarter as well. Of significance, the bench of the Royals thoroughly outplaying that of the Mountaineers, outscoring them 17-2 at this point. They're getting contributions from their starters and their bench players. Otong and company got to get something going, and quick. 12-point lead. Just over 5 to go. Too strong on that one. Foster read the pass. Masuka. Shifted Brown back to Foster. Foster uncontested at the end there. Got it! Jamie Gerlametto screaming for a timeout after that made three by Matt Foster. He's going to get it. Timeout on the floor, and the lead shrinks to single digits. So Matt Foster scoring coming via the land beyond this evening, to say the least. 4 3-pointers already. Brian Jonker and his squad trying to find a response. Jamie Gerlametto, well, he's got to be a happy guy. His team is trailing 17 after 1, 10 at the half, and well, they took a lead into the third quarter, a 5-point lead to be exact. You see the body language right now of the Mountaineers. Gotta hope that they pick it up physically and mentally these last 4.5 minutes or so. Jonker's squad, the youngest team in the league, playing with a bit of house money there in the first quarter, or so it seems like that at this point. Can they recoup their losses, reshift their focus, and dial in? They've done it before. Can they finish? 9-point lead for Redeemer. Looking to take both wins here on your Tuesday evening in OCAA basketball action, being brought to you by M-Link Sports and Entertainment. Greg Campbell bringing you through the play-by-play action. Mlajon's got it. To Case. To Foster. To Otong. Matched up against Brown. Drives it to lane, kicks out to Mlajon. Across to the left hand and in. That's what Mohawk needs more of. Yes, they know, the Royals know, and the whole building knows that Emmanuel Otong is the focal point of this offense. Thing is, they need secondary scoring and to create different looks so Otong doesn't get the ball so early in a possession. Vanderpool in and out on the other end. Otong's got to become a playmaker here too, not just a scoring threat. Whoa! That was a tough take. It's one he makes. Emmanuel Otong, 4-0 run on his own here. Over pursuit by the Mountaineers. Luckily get away with it. Ends up in the hands of Vanderpool for the third time. That's up and in. You knew it was going to catch up eventually. Mountaineers defense out of position on that one. It was just a matter of time before the Royals made them pay. Otong, right wing 3, too strong. Vanderpool, coast to coast. Ends up in the hands of Masuka. To Case. Case was looking for Masuka, ends up in his hands again. Contested 3, got it! That's the shot he wants, right over Kersey's. The lead is 4. Could you ask for more? It's coming down to the wire here at the D-Bark, folks. It's got to start with the offensive rebound, the defensive rebound at some point by the Mountaineers. Suka. No look pass into Mlajon. Fumbled the ball. Still converts with the left hand. It leads 2. Touch pass, press broken. Cursees creates contact. Thought about the contact too much. Mlajon made him adjust the shot. People standing up here in the building. Oh. Mlajon with his eyes on the prize, not on the ball. Unfortunate bounce for the Mountaineers. Timeout on the floor called by Brian Jonker. They've trimmed it to 2. They talk about basketball being a game of runs. Well, we've seen it all if you haven't paid attention or tuned in to this point. The Mountaineers began with 31 points in the first quarter, had a 17-point lead, finished the half relatively strong, a 10-point lead. And then the big swing came, and the Royals came out firing in the third quarter, seizing the lead and taking a 5-point lead into the fourth quarter. And their lead stretching as much as double digits here in the fourth. Well, hey, folks, it's now just a 2-point game. It's a lot like that Fanshawe game I'm remembering right now. Bad memories, hopefully good ones. Maybe I should ask for my gift from Santa now. A Mountaineers win. That's all I want. And for these folks too, I'm sure that's what they want as well. But does Jamie Gerlametto and his squad become the Grinch of D-Bark and sweep this evening's contest? We're about to find out. Steve Wilkie talking to the scorers table about the foul situation and the timeout situation. All right, let's see what we have in store. We'll call it the night before exams here at the D-Bark. Everyone was stirring. Just look at the crowd. I can't tell you how loud it's been here all evening. Green to Brown. Brown's gonna get Mlajon moving. High off glass and in. Lead back up to 4. Strong take on the play by Foster Brown. Case matched up with Brown. He's gonna body him. Takes the screen from Mlajon. They gotta stay composed. Case is gonna lose the ball on the ball. On the floor, he's going to kick it inadvertently, and the experience right now, the Royals coming through very nicely. Defense not paying attention, football, outlet pass almost converted. blow and dunk, and he's hearing it from the Mohawk faithful. The top behind the back. Putting the entire Royals defense on his back, but now 2-on-1 the other way. Lestracco is going to get the call against Kanjo Masuka, who was the last defender for the Mountaineers. Gerlametto giving an earful to Foster Brown. Lestracco's going to head to the line for 2. Announcers jink on that one. Team's second leading scorer, 84% free throw shooter, 14 points per game. 5'10" guard out of Hamilton. Lead up to 5. Big 1:10 left in this contest. Case is going to make his case high off glass. That shot's missed, too strong. Foster's got it. Brown, 2-on-2. Coast to coast! The defense is toast. The opportunity slipping away right now for the Mountaineers. Kanjo almost got called on the double dribble. Foster again! Creates the body, and he's going to head back to the line. Foster Brown, after an earful from Jamie Gerlametto, was single-handedly put in a defensive effort in this last 30 seconds that has the Mohawk faithful looking forward to next year. 89-82. Make that an 8-point lead. Team's third leading scorer, averaging almost 13 points per game from Stony Creek. 68% free throw shooter, 51% shooter from the field, averaging 4 assists a game as well. 9-point lead. Well, now we know what the offense has to score. It's 3 or nothing. Curry range 3 is missed. It's going to be a timeout on the floor. Jamie Gerlametto is going to call it. And just look at the dejection right now of this Mountaineer squad. See Emilos Mlajan, you can see it in Case, you can see it in Otong. I mean, for these guys, fast out of the gate. The dream start, you would say, for Brian Jonkner's squad. A young squad, a measuring stick game, and they passed with flying colors in that first half, particularly that first quarter. The second half, though, it's the veteran presence of the Royals that have gotten them through. Jamie Gerlametto and his squad, well, Christmas came early. They're going to walk out here, if there's no miracle, at the D-Bark with their 7th win of the 2018-19 campaign. The Mountaineers are looking at a potential 3-6 record heading into the break. They've got 44 seconds, just under that to be exact, to rewrite the script. It starts with the defensive stop. Or you can kiss the 2018 last regular season game goodbye. Rundawa is going to check in for Lestracco. Foster, good defense there. It's going to be stripped. Here's what they wanted. That's not what they wanted. A lot of time being wasted here. They need a 3. Foster contested. Well short. Lennox rebound. They fake it. Reverse layup. That's up and in. Clock should stop. Basically dead even shot clock, game clock at this point. Now we get into the old-fashioned foul game here at the D-Bark. It's a matter of how long could this last, unless there's a turnover. Brown's just way too quick, and that's in. Mohawk faithful are stunned. A 17-point lead. Brian Jonker's got to be careful. He's ranting on the sideline. Make sure he doesn't get called up for a tee. So a couple of free throws coming up at this point. Tony Turnbull coming over to the score tables. Martin Bourgeois, Brian Jonker discussing the matter. And that is perhaps the longest conversation I've seen Martin Bourgeois have with opposing coach without a technical. Again, you can see in the hand action, multiple warnings. Case will head to the line. 13 points in his previous game. Had a decent first quarter, to say the least, a decent contest, but the fourth quarter, the Mountaineers offense has sputtered. Case had 13 in his last game. With that free throw, now has 14. That's 4 rebounds as well. So 7-second difference. 8-point lead. There's got to be a 3-ball. There's no other way to say this. Where does it go? The best 3-point shooter on the night misses. Tong with the miss. Brown with the rebound. Green's going to get across half court. They're not going to call the foul. And time is going to run out in the hourglass here at the D-Bar. The Royals play Grinch here at the D-Bar on your Tuesday evening. They sweep the series tonight between the ladies and the male Mountaineers. And Royals, the men's side, improves to 7-3, while the male Mountaineers drop to 3-6 on the season. A hard-fought contest, a little fast out of the gate were the Mountaineers. And you can see early on and often Otong with the exclamation point. Milos Mahjong got in on the action as well. But it was frankly the effort of the Royals that put them ahead. You see some of the highlights going on here. It's just too fast. A huge block on the play by Masuka, following through. But Brown and company had a huge contest, and that beautiful putback play the game easily by Emmanuel Otong. Video-like gameplay on that one. And then the give and go right to Milos with the hard finish. And for the Royals, it was the Kieser Show and company. Kersey's had probably the most points in this contest. I don't have the game sheet in front of me with the final numbers, but he was the team's leading scorer through 3, and he was the fulcrum and focal point of their offense. And for Brian Jonker and his squad, it's a tough pill to swallow. And so the Mohawk Mountaineers male squad drops to 3-6 with the loss. Meanwhile, the Redeemer Royals improved to 7-3 with the win. That is the end of the 2018 regular season portion here at the D-Bar for both sides. We will see you in January. Have a happy holiday. This is from Greg Campbell and the rest of M-Link Sports and Entertainment. Thank you for tuning in, and have a safe holiday.